YouTube in the future. This is a vintage league, second vintage league of the night on 11/11. We're playing an Ian Marsh special. It looks very reminiscent of a Brian Kelly pile. It is a treacherous blessing mid-range control deck thing that also is tinkering and doing things with artifacts like Oko and Vraska and Urza and Gilded Goose. We get to play a bunch of perilous researches, which is yeah, it's definitely a magic card. We'll see how that goes. I don't really want to dive too deep into what's going on here. Let's just see how it plays out. All right, Wombo, round one, Vintage League. Let's battle. We've got magic cards, don't we? Let's keep it. It's the worst that could happen. Wombo played shops recently, but doesn't mean that they are still playing shops. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to go for green mana off my strand and play a Sorcerer's Spyglass. If we see a Bazaar, it's A plus gaming, but it's probably shops. It is in fact shops. So this doesn't hit mana sources, so it doesn't hit Jet or Soul Ring. I could name Ghost Quarter, but I probably want to just name Wasteland. We currently are okay. Well, we're not super okay with a Ghost Quarter. This is not a hand that you typically actually want to be keeping as a shops player, especially a Golos shops player. For those of people who are wondering, this doesn't do enough powerful things. It might do enough powerful things versus our deck, which doesn't do any powerful thing. I mean, does suspect things. Um, but I think we're still supposed to name Ghost Quarter. And then I'm not going to play Lotus out because I don't really want them to name it. They might still name it because it's just a generic good name. We're going to make sure we misstep their one Soul Ring, which is their only one drop in their deck, which is always a fun one. It will also prevent them from playing multiple Revokers on the same turn, which is nice. Also, if they don't blind name Lotus, like if they instead blind name like an Oko, then we are currently at 8 mana for Dig. They named Jet, which is reasonable, but it does turn off their own Jet, which is interesting. We're currently playing a Tinker Pile. So if this is a card in the yard and this is a card in the yard, then I have exactly enough to dig this turn. Kind of seems like something I would want to be doing. Actually, I have more than enough. I get to keep open my Gilded Goose mana. Perfect. No, I think we want to do. Oh, yes. Gilded Goose Tinker. That certainly looks like the play. Could also be Soul Ring, but they have a second Revoker, so I would rather just put the Gilded Goose in. I guess the Gilded Goose also gets stopped, so maybe we actually just want to take land drop Tinker. No, you guys are forgetting they have another Revoker in their hand. We can't make that play in. We can't Tinker now because our Jet is revoked. So we're trying to set up our Tinker for the next turn, and I think the best way to do so is to take a fetch land in a Tinker. Let's take the Strand instead. Slightly better. So if they draw a sphere, that's the way this will get stopped. But because we know that they have a Revoker, we don't want to take like Gilded Goose or Soul Ring. And if we put a Sphinx into play, that should just win the game, I would think. They might have an Ensnaring Bridge in the main. That's like about the only thing that I could probably stop it. Obviously, if they draw a Wasteland here, that would also stop us. I think Tinkerland is like definitely the best play there. Because you're definitely taking Tinker, so you just want to make sure your Tinker happens. Should I update the dashboard here? No, I guess we said we were brewing, so this is still brewing. Okay, that checks out. There's no bridge in the main. Cool. Oh, Wombo has disconnected. So we're just chilling here. Kind of a wild deck here. Yeah, I would say I think I've built a similar bug list that was like Vraska Oko artifact base. But I definitely wasn't trying perilous research. So that's the card I want to see how it plays out. Yo, half a year. YCFSN. You're a powerful wizard. I appreciate you. So I'm gonna try to stream a bit more in the next few weeks before the Pro Tour because once I get my arena account, I suspect I will stream less unless I stream my arena prep, which maybe I'll do that. I know a lot of my fan base wouldn't really want to watch arena prep, but maybe I can drag in some of the other people who typically watch arena. I don't know. But once I get my stocked arena account, I suspect I'll be playing a lot less vintage. I did learn that the last vintage showcase, which is my last chance to qualify for season 3, is on the same weekend as the Pro Tour, which is unfortunate. But if I fail to make day 2 of the Pro Tour, I guess I can still play the showcase. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. I'm also trying to push again for partner. I hit all of the viewer metrics this time, but I think they might just say, "Hey, you're not streaming enough." In which case, I'll have to go back to the drawing board and try again, which is probably what's going to happen no matter what. But see what goes. See what happens. What's tomorrow? What are you playing tomorrow? Oh. Wombo has disconnected again, so we're just chilling. Oh, I'm out of beer. Oh yeah, how'd your stream go today? I'm out of beer. Wait, no, I might have one beer. There is a prelim tonight. I guess we could technically play into the prelim. I guess I'll see if people want to fire it. I don't really need to play a prelim, but all right, I'm gonna go try to find alcohol while we wait for Wombo to fix his computer. I'm very lucky. I had exactly one beer. Here's chat. Hmm, pretty good. I have no idea where this came from. Guess I have to go shopping tomorrow. Wombo is got internet problems. Beer of choice? If you had asked me a couple years ago, I would have been all about the IPAs. Nowadays, I like a good sour. Um, I don't really have a particular sour that I enjoy more than the rest. But if I want to have a bread beer, I like if I want to have a cheap just after work bread beer that tastes like bread, I like the Miller High Lifes. And then if I want a IPA, I like the grapefruit sculpin from actually can't remember who makes that. And then if I want a sour, I don't have a go-to sour right now. I've just been trying a bunch of different kinds. Dan has tried to get me to like whiskey, and I like whiskey more than I did before I became friends with Dan. So I guess it's kind of working, Brady. I definitely like whiskey more than I used to, but it's still not my go-to thing. Yeah, Ballast Point makes the grapefruit open. Yeah, I like that drink a lot. I'm a fan. But yeah, these days I do like to just have like a high life when I come home from work because it's just very non-committal, just just chill. But I don't think it's like a good beer or anything. Yeah, one day we'll get to play vintage again. It'll be fun. Be a good time. It does sound very Scottish of you, Thorn. So this kind of tracks. All of these things check out. Yes. Poor Wombo. Is Rated or Jake around? Can someone figure out what's going on with this kid? Where is he at? Maybe his mom did pull the plug. That's okay. I don't think Jake came back after we muted him. So. Oh no. I guess that's the 5-minute inaction. Yikes. All right. We didn't get to do anything. I think we were going to win that game though, unless Wombo top deck's a good one. Um, Tinker's probably good enough. I think so for leagues, Joe. I know that it's still 15 for premier events. I know because I used 10 minutes of my clock to play TFT in my last premier event before losing pretty much because of clock and knocking myself out of the tournament because I got too greedy. So, all right, we'll just jump into a second round then.